DesiBlitz.com.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Fateh DOE, and for news, gossip, and gopshop, make sure you log on to DesiBlitz.com.
Half asleep as I walked out of class. 3-hour lecture seemed to go by fast. Got a cute study buddy, so you know I'm about to pass. Hella other girls catch 'em all like Ash. Ow, walking with a strut like pow. Dudes eyeballing.
So the dough, that's a very good question because a lot of people get confused about that. So basically, there's a couple answers for that. So first, I used to go by the name of Young Fateh when I started 10 years ago, when I was 15, I would say, right? I went with Young Fateh, and then as I got older, I was like, you know what? I had to rebrand at one point. I started tying with bug, let my dadi grow out. It was a nice rebranding process, and it's like with the rebranding process, I want to just leave my name as Fateh. Now, Fateh on the internet is very, very hard to get. So I was like, how do I differentiate, right? So I'm actually from California. And then from California, we have a slang. So, but anyways, I used to say that a lot in my sentences or whatever, and just cause my Cali influence. And then my friend Babu was like, "Yo, Fateh Do," right? Cause he just started saying that, or Fateh DOE. And then, cause he would just be rapping, and I'm like, "Yo, they call me Fateh Do, Fateh DOE." And then I was like, "Oh, cool." And then I just one day just made that my Twitter handle, cause I was trying to decide what should I do from Young Fateh to just Fateh. I just made that my Twitter handle, Fateh DOE, and ever since then, man, everything I got Fateh DOE on URLs and everything like that, so it was dope. And now it's Fateh Do, but that's just my internet name, I would say. I still prefer Fateh. Yeah. So my parents are obviously from Punjab, Jalandhar, shout out. And my parents moved to Thailand around the 80s, a little bit before 84. The things that happened in Punjab wasn't so well. So they went to Thailand, Bangkok. They got some nice jobs there, and I was born there. Ta-da. So we lived there until I was about 5, 6, and then I moved to California right around that time. And then I lived in California, did all my schooling there from preschool to high school, finished high school there. And after high school, my parents, they had a recession in the States. It got really bad. We decided to relocate in Toronto, and now we're in Toronto. We've been in there for about 8 years now. So yeah, man, I have been around the world. Hopefully I will get to move to UK one day. My dad would tell me that I used to listen to Apache Indian a lot before I even knew what he was saying, like when I was 3 or 4. We have a very musical background. My dad loves music. My close family, actually, they're actually PhDs in music. So they've done classical rags and stuff like that. They've taught me classical rags, and I used to play tabla, I used to play vaja, I played dol. So I have a lot of influence on that end, and then my main influence is rap, obviously hip-hop. From 3rd grade till now, I've just been in love with hip-hop when I first heard it. But musical influences, Drake, right now I listen to Drake a lot, Kendrick Lamar. Who else am I listening to? J. Cole, Big Sean, like all these guys. And then I'm also listening to underground. I really like trap and stuff like that. And a little bit of Punjabi music, very little, some stuff. Yeah. I never drank, but I'm drunk off you. Always buzzing in my head, girl, I'm stuck on you. Got me crazy, baby, so I'm acting a fool. And I'm never nervous, but you still my cool. Tere nashe ch main hun pakka sharabi. Tere karke baby full kharabi. Gaddi na chale main tu far la cha. You know what I mean? So like I use the love as a, being drunk. I'm drunk off love. Rap is poetry with emotion, I would say, because like a lot of rappers, like Tupac as well, started off writing poetry, and it would be, wow, this is a really hard question. Okay, it would be, I would just say it would be poetry with a little bit more rhyme scheme over a beat, right? So you have to fit it in the bar structure, whereas poetry is a little bit more free flow, over a beat, and yeah. More rhyming, I would say a little bit more emotion in it, because poetry, you could read it in however emotion you want. This is presented to you by the writer, I would say. Rap.
Half asleep as I walked out of class.
It started from a revolutionary thing, so it has very revolutionary roots. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people see the bubblegum candy you know, bad things, I would say negative, but it started from a very hard time, I would say, and gave voice to people who didn't have voice, especially people in poverty. To me, hip-hop is a lifestyle, right? So it is clothing, it's a culture, actually. It's a culture, so it's the clothing, it's the art form, it's the graffiti, it's the cars, the way people, the slang, the language. Actually, hip-hop has its own language as well, and then rap is, you know, lyrics over a beat. So that's hip hop, I would say. And
I'm caught between buses, mean mugging every driver passing. Man, I'm sick of this waiting. Now it's time for action. The next cyclist who rode by, soon as he gets close.
Non-Asian audiences, you know what? It's actually it's interesting. When I first started, I thought non-Asian audiences would be like repellent, like what the hell are you doing? And Punjabi audiences, or our Asian audiences, like you guys say, would be like, yeah, that's our guy. It was actually the opposite. It was the exact opposite. Non-Asian audiences are like, whoa, like this dude, like, yo, you know what I mean? And I haven't been exposed to a lot of it, but the people we have been exposed to, like when I was doing Zoo Baby stuff, and that was very, very hip hop, very, very rap, East Coast type sounding beats. When we were doing those and performing those, like even like when we met Ace Hood and opened for him, he was just like looking at us like, okay, all right, you guys, you know, you guys are actually out here rapping. And even with like Goldie and stuff like that, even when I was in high school, they're just like, okay, I respect you, just because of that. You know what I mean? Like because of the way you look and because of the way you sound, it's totally different. So yeah, that reaction from non-Asian artists so far has been positive. I haven't seen anything really negative. Yeah. It's been a long time coming, so the reaction has been ongoing. My parents, I would say for the most part, have been very, very supportive. My dad especially. It's interesting, right? My dad especially. But that's because it's not that I stopped doing what I was doing. I didn't stop high school. I didn't drop out. I finished university. I finished high school. I knew where my priorities were as far as like school goes. My friends actually, they kept me going. You know what I mean? Like there was times where I was like, man, I was catching a lot of flack. I would say like 5-6 years ago for being Punjabi sick, look the way I look, and rapping, right? It was like, you know, because not closed-minded, but our audience hadn't been exposed to rap music in that way, so they're just like, oh, why are you trying to be a black guy? Why are you doing Ghana? But my friends, we're all very, very heavy hip-hop heads and like, you know, big fans of hip-hop. They believed in me, and they kept me going. My parents believed in me, kept me going, and then Zeus believed in me, definitely kept me going. So anyways, this is one of my verses from Inch. If you ever heard it, it's by Zora Randava. He sang the song, I rapped on it, Dr. Zeus. So it goes, कोई कह के दिखावे दूरों सारे बोल दे मैदान च ना आवे लालन जिन्ना जोर कोई रोक नहीं हो सकदा मुंडियां दी जान कड्डे कोका तेरे नक दा रौली पानी वर्ल्ड वाइड दिन आओ तेरे किंग दा सूरमिया ना फिरदा ते वेक स्टाइल सिंग दा दमाला ते लंबी दाढ़ी मेरे यार सारे शिकारी पानी मैं तेरे ना यारी 25 पिंडा च सरदारी. Shout out to Desi Blitz, man.
कोई कह के दिखावे दूरों सारे बोल दे मैदान च ना आवे लालन जिन्ना जोर कोई रोक नहीं हो सकदा मुंडियां दी जान कड्डे कोका तेरे नक दा